Previously on Predict the Six, I had a terrible weekend of predictions with 0 right out of 3 and say that Motherwell will win this one. I'm going to back Forfar here and I'm going to say they're going to win against Livingston. Keith have to win and Cammy Keith has to have scored for Keith. And Jen came out on top with 1 correct out of 3 and it was a fixture that was very close to my heart.
I don't really have to predict this one because it's kind of obvious that Celtic's going to win.
So in Predict the Six so far this season, that puts the points equal on me with 3 points and Jen with 3 points as well. So welcome back once again to Predict the Six. I've took a bit of a week off for doing YouTube videos this week, but now we're back with Jenny, of course. Hopefully this won't be too big of a problem, but she does have a bit of a dodgy set of ears at the moment, so let's hope that she can still hear me all the way throughout this video for about the 15 or so minutes that we film it for. Right?
Right.
Brilliant. I'm wearing a hat indoors, that's also another observation you might make. Might be a bit weird to some people, but I'm having a bit of a dodgy hair day, so I'm just going to stick with a hat. Good.
So like always, we are doing the like target in this week. I'm not going to go as high as 60 as we just reached it last week. So I'm going to go in the middle. I'm going to say I'm going to say let's go for 55 likes. Do your thing.
Do it, lads. It was quite disheartening for it to only just hit 60 last week, so let's smash it this week. Let's get that 55 and raise it even higher. Come on, do it for us. We'll change it up this week. I think I usually go first when explaining what fixtures we're going to do, so you go first this week. Your first one is
Hibs versus St Johnstone. Now, I've not really read up about this. I have no clue, so would you like to explain some things?
Well, why did you choose it?
I don't know.
Brilliant.
I just feel like, I don't know why I chose it, but I don't know who I want to win, but can you explain some things for the viewers?
Well, obviously Hibs are going to be the strong sort of favourites going into this one. St Johnstone haven't had the best starts to the season, Betfred Cup and League campaign pretty much. Hibs are probably going to be a strong team, especially at home. Obviously they've just had an injury to Dan McGregor, their centre half, which isn't great for them, but I do expect them to have more quality than St Johnstone, especially when it's at Easter Road. Obviously, St Johnstone could cause a bit of an upset, and in my opinion it would be quite a big upset, as I said, especially because Hibs are at home in this one. They need to pick up 3 points in this fixture. It's just a fixture that they need to be winning. So, that's my thoughts.
Okay, well I'm going to go for a Hibs win just because I feel like when I read it, I feel like they were kind of the bigger team. That's the way I'm going to put it.
Yes, it's correct.
Thank you.
My first one is going to be the fixture taking place tonight, and it's Morton versus Partick Thistle. I've got a few Morton fans on here, Partick Thistle fans as well, so it's going to be a bit of a even battle, I think. I think both teams are quite similar. Partick have got good players in different positions. They've not necessarily got a brilliant overall squad, and the same goes for Morton really. They've got a few good players. I like Nicky Cadden for one, and there is a couple other ones as well. One that I do not rate, however, is Robbie Muirhead, and I think we all know why. But they've also got their manager in David Hopkin, who I do rate at this level because he did get Livingston promoted not once but twice, and obviously the second time was from the Championship into the Premiership before he then went on to Bradford City. He now finds himself back at one of his kind of, don't know, I think it was the team that he supported as a boy or something like that. He certainly has ties with Morton, so I've got this one down as a draw. I just think it's going to be a draw and a standard Championship fixture. Hopefully it's a bit interesting anyway because it is on telly and I will be watching it.
My next one's Peterhead versus Forfar. Now, I went to Peterhead, would have been about 4 years ago now.
3.5.
When Dunfermline played them, and at that point I had no clue about football. Now I've got a wee bit of knowledge now, but I still have no clue. But yeah, I don't know anything about Forfar, so would you like to put your input?
Oh Christ. Every time.
Well,
you need to do research.
Yeah, but he says that I need to choose teams that I didn't pick last week. Now I only know things about certain teams, so I can't pick the ones I know things about.
This is why you need to do your research, Jenny.
I've got my research engine here.
Brilliant. Well, she's typed Forfar into Google and here I go. Forfar, obviously, I think they're going to be up there this season. I believe that they've got a good overall squad for what League One is, and I've said this on the channel before. I think I've actually predicted one of their games recently, or you predicted one, and I've actually explained this pretty much. So, even worse for you really. Peterhead just came up for League One. They've obviously got goal scorers in, Rory McAllister, etc. But they did get beat for Dumbarton last week at home after being 2-0 ahead. So I'd still pick Forfar to be the favourites in this one, despite the fact they're playing away from home. But as I just said, Dumbarton went away from home and won at Peterhead anyway. So that's my thoughts. I think Forfar would be the favourites.
Well, I'm not going to go with the favourites. I'm going to do a little bit of a risky move. I'm going to say Peterhead's going to win this one.
I've got from my notes that Forfar were going to win.
No. Well, I'm changing it.
Changed your mind at the last moment.
Yeah. Let's change that. Let's say Peterhead's going to win. Risky.
Now my second one is going to be going down into League One like Jenny just did there. Clyde versus Falkirk. Last season I was backing Clyde to go up into League One. Now I'm not too fussed, if I'm being honest. I didn't really have an opinion on Clyde anymore. They've obviously still got David Goodwillie, who is a very good clinical finisher at probably any of the lower league levels in Scottish football. Even at Championship level I think he would score a good few. And Clyde's biggest coup is having him in their team, at least for the next season and possibly beyond. Falkirk obviously being the opponents. They got lucky against Montrose a wee bit last week with that freak goal for Connor Salmon going in. I've went with a draw. I'm not entirely sure why. Obviously David Goodwillie could have a bit to play in that. I'm not really entirely sure if they've got the quality to match up to Falkirk, but I've went for a draw just because I think it's one of the more trickier games in League One for Falkirk this season.
And then my last one is St Mirren versus Rangers. Now, I know a little bit about St Mirren, but not too much, and then Rangers, clearly I'm a Celtic fan. I don't know, I just feel like I'm going to be sitting on the fence and I'm going to say this one's going to be a draw.
You've really not got any other insight?
No.
She's useless, man. If
Let's
if anybody wants to be my guest on this show, please come and take over our place.
But I'm going to, again, take a risk and say it's going to be a draw. I think Rangers might be the favourites, but I'm going to sit on the fence and hopefully get that 1 point.
Brilliant. Once again, fantastic insight.
I'll be better next week. I'll pick people I know next week.
And my last one is going to be the team that defeated Peterhead away from home, like I mentioned earlier last week. Dumbarton at home to Stranraer. And I have mainly picked this one because of Dumbarton's win last week, and I'm going to back them to continue it once again. Let's say that they're going to be a strong outfit in this one, and Stranraer, I really don't know much about them, so I'll back Dumbarton, and there you go. That's my insight on this one. About as much insight as you usually give.
Gotta keep it short and sweet.
And we're now on to the handicapping part of the video. Obviously, last week it didn't go too well for either of us really, because you got given, well, I got given exact score prediction for the Fort William Keith game. I predicted 5-0 and it was only 1-0.
And Keith didn't score.
Keith didn't even score.
So I was right.
So I really messed up on that game last week, and you were given set piece goals don't count in Cove Rangers versus Cowdenbeath, and if I'm right in saying, I think only one set piece goal was scored and that was Cowdenbeath, so it meant Cove Rangers won. You predicted Cowdenbeath to win. It was an utter shit show, lads, let's be honest. So let's see if we can do it better this week. I've went with a bit of tactical thinking for my handicap for her this week, so let's see what we've got to say. So my handicap is going to be on your Hibernian versus St Johnstone game, because the whole point about handicap should be that you think that result will happen, so you should handicap them because you want that result to not happen as much as possible. I think Hibs will win. I want you to get less points, so I'm going to try and handicap you to make you not get that result. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The winner receives -1 goal.
Hibs start on -1. But you could say St Johnstone start 1-0 up if you want. That's pretty much the rule on this one.
And the game I'm going to handicap is Clyde versus Falkirk, because I feel like you're sitting on the fence.
Right.
And
that's not a good look.
No. Yeah, I want you to be wrong and I want me to be right. So let's see what happens. 5, 4, 3,
Hey! Yeah!
But I still feel like Falkirk will win.
I mean, to be honest, it's about a bold prediction for me. Falkirk do have the better squad, so they might win. Probably more chance, but I've went a bit bold this week and went for a prediction that it's a bit precise, and maybe I've thought too much about it, but we have to go with it now. No handicap. Falkirk v Clyde will have to be a draw. But that's it for this week's episode. Guys, cheers for watching. If you did enjoy it, please give it a like.
55.
55 likes, and remember I said, go beyond that. Let's try and prove it all wrong and get way above 55. The target is 55, but that doesn't mean you can't hit more. Comment down below your predictions for these games that we've predicted, and as usual, just any games you're going to or ones you're interested in. Subscribe for more of this type of content. Thanks for 1700 subscribers. In the month of August we've hit 1500, 1600 and 1700 subscribers. It's mental.
How many days are left?
We've got 9 days left, so do us a favour and maybe hit that subscribe button, the wee bell icon as well, that might help. But aye, enough of the self-plugging. See you in the next video. Cheers guys.
And once again, I'll see you same place, same time next week. Bye!